Hello science fans, let's talk about something truly brilliant, vitamin D. You might have heard it called the sunshine vitamin, and for a very good reason. This isn't just any old vitamin, it's a superstar. It helps your body do some incredibly important jobs. Think of it as a key that unlocks your body's potential to stay strong and healthy. One of its main roles is to help your body absorb calcium from the food you eat. Without enough vitamin D, all that calcium in your milk or yogurt wouldn't do you much good. Your bones need calcium to be dense and strong. Vitamin D is the gatekeeper that lets it in, but wait, there's more. Vitamin D also plays a crucial role in your immune system. That's the system that fights off germs, like bacteria and viruses, that can make you sick. A well-fueled immune system is like a team of tiny bodyguards working around the clock. Vitamin D keeps these bodyguards alert and ready for action. It supports the cells on the front lines, helping them identify and attack invaders. So getting enough vitamin D is like giving your internal army the best training and equipment. Consider this. Every cell in your body has a special spot, a receptor, just for vitamin D. That's a big clue about how important it is. It's like a special delivery address on every house in a city for one package. Now for the really cool part. How does sunshine turn into a vitamin inside your body? It's like a fantastic science experiment that happens right on your skin. You don't even have to do anything but step outside. The sun sends out different kinds of light. One of those is called ultraviolet or UV light. Specifically, we're interested in a type called UVB. Think of your skin as a solar-powered factory. The UVB rays are the energy that turns the factory on. The cholesterol is the raw material on the assembly line. When UVB strikes, it provides the exact energy to change cholesterol into a new molecule. That new molecule is called pre-vitamin D3. Not the finished product yet, but the crucial first step. This happens surprisingly quickly, often within just a few minutes of sun exposure. Your body is built to do this, harnessing the sun for your health. After that initial spark on your skin, your body's own heat takes over. Pre-vitamin D3 begins to change into vitamin D3 over the next few hours. It's like baking cookies. Once vitamin D3 is formed, it's absorbed into your bloodstream. From there it travels where it's needed most. Let's put on our science goggles and look a little closer at this incredible process. The specific molecule in your skin that starts everything is called 7-dehydrocholesterol. Think of it as pro-vitamin D, the ingredient ready to become vitamin D. It's found in the outer layers of your skin, the epidermis. When a UVB photon from the sun hits it, it breaks a chemical bond. That break makes the molecule rearrange, forming cholecalciferol, vitamin D3. Vitamin D3 enters your bloodstream, but it's not active yet. Your body uses a two-step activation, first the liver, then the kidneys. Vitamin D3 travels to the liver, enzymes convert it into calcidiol. Calcidiol is what doctors measure, the storage form circulating in blood. When needed, calcidiol goes to the kidneys convert it to calcitriol. Calcitriol is the active hormone, it can enter cells and change gene activity. It tells intestines to absorb calcium and helps immune cells mature. It's the final product of our solar-powered factory, and here's the safety. Prolonged sun exposure also breaks down pre-vitamin D3 into inactive forms. Plus your skin makes melanin, which reduces UVB penetration and slows production. Together they prevent excess, a self-regulating balanced system. This whole process requires direct sunlight on your skin. You can't make vitamin D through most windows. Most glass blocks the UVB rays needed for the reaction. So you actually have to be outdoors. So what happens if this amazing system doesn't work as it should, and a person doesn't get enough vitamin D? This condition is called vitamin D deficiency. It can cause some serious problems. Vitamin D helps your body absorb calcium. Without enough, your body can't build and maintain strong bones. In children, severe lack can lead to rickets. Rickets, bones become soft and weak. Bones can even bend into a bow shape. Still happens today if children lack sunlight or dietary vitamin D. In adults, the problem looks different but is just as serious. Long-term deficiency can lead to osteomalacia, soft bones. This causes deep bone pain, especially the hips. Lower back pain is common too. Muscle weakness can make it hard to climb stairs, or even to get up from a chair. Over time, deficiency also contributes to osteoporosis. Bones become thin and brittle. They are much more likely to break or fracture from a minor fall. Like building a house with weak bricks. The structure becomes unstable. Beyond bones, vitamin D affects other parts of health. Low levels mean you might get sick more often. Many people report constant tiredness and fatigue. Doctors often check vitamin D when someone feels run down. So, scientific research has really been digging deep into sunlight, vitamin D, and our overall health. The findings are fascinating. For decades we've known about bone health, now modern science shows a bigger picture. Large studies observing thousands over years show correlations: higher vitamin D, lower risk of some health issues. That doesn't prove causation, but it points to vitamin D as a protective factor beyond bones. For example, research on the immune system shows vitamin D helps regulate the innate immune system and helps regulate the adaptive immune system. Maintaining healthy vitamin D may reduce autoimmune risk, autoimmune disease where the immune system attacks your own tissues. Another major area is heart health. Low vitamin D linked to higher heart problems, including high blood pressure. Vitamin D helps regulate blood pressure and keep vessels flexible. Supplements show mixed results in trials, but maintaining levels via sun, food, and supplements is part of heart-healthy living. It's one piece of a complex cardiovascular puzzle. Science also teaches balance. Sunlight is the best vitamin D source. Too much sun raises skin cancer risk. Guidelines show how to get benefits without risks. Research tailors sun exposure for different people and places. Find the sweet spot. Enough sun for vitamin D, not so much to damage skin. Science helps us make smart choices. So how can we get this wonderful vitamin from the sun without putting our skin at risk? It's all about being sun smart. The key is short, regular periods of sun exposure, not long hours of baking in the sun. For many people with lighter skin, just 10 to 30 minutes of midday sun exposure on your arms, on your legs, on your face a few times a week. The best time is generally between 10 a.m. and 4 p.m. when the UVB rays are strongest and most effective. It's about efficiency, getting the job done quickly, and then getting out of the intense sun. It's crucial to know your own skin and your limits. You never, ever want to get a sunburn. A sunburn is a sign of serious skin damage, and it dramatically increases your risk of developing skin cancer later in life. The goal is to expose your skin for about half the time it would take for it to start turning pink. If you have very fair skin that burns easily, your time in the sun should be much shorter, maybe only 5 to 10 minutes. If you have darker skin, you can handle more time in the sun, and will likely need more time to produce the same amount of vitamin D, perhaps 30 minutes or more. After your short, planned sun exposure for vitamin D, it's time to practice sun safety. Cover up with clothing. Seek shade under a tree or umbrella. Wear a wide-brimmed hat. Wear sunglasses. For any additional time you plan to be outdoors, you should apply a broad-spectrum sunscreen with an SPF of 30 or higher. It's a two-step plan. First, make your vitamin, then protect your skin. While the sun is our main source of vitamin D, it's not the only one. We can also get this important nutrient from a few specific foods, though it can be a bit tricky. There aren't many foods that are naturally rich in vitamin D, but the ones that are can be a great addition to your diet. The number one natural food source is fatty fish. Think of fish that live in cold water: salmon, mackerel, herring, sardines. These fish store vitamin D in their fat and liver, making them an excellent choice for boosting your levels. A single serving of salmon, for instance, can provide a significant portion of your daily vitamin D needs. Another great food source is fish liver oil, like the classic cod liver oil. For generations, parents gave this to their children to prevent rickets, and for good reason. It is incredibly concentrated with vitamin D and vitamin A too. Egg yolks also contain small amounts of vitamin D. The chickens pass the vitamin into their eggs, so choosing eggs from chickens that have been allowed to roam outdoors in the sun may even provide a little extra boost. Some mushrooms, especially if they have been exposed to UV light, can also be a source of vitamin D. However, for most people it's very difficult to get enough vitamin D from these natural food sources alone. You would have to eat fatty fish almost every day to meet your body's requirements, which isn't practical for everyone. That's why many countries have a policy of fortifying common foods with vitamin D. Fortification means that the vitamin is added to the food during production. It's a simple and effective way to help more people get the vitamin D they need. The most common fortified food is milk. When sunshine and food aren't enough, supplements can be a very reliable way to make sure you're getting the vitamin D you need. Think of supplements as a backup plan, or a helper, especially during those long dark winter months, or if you're in a high-risk group. Vitamin D supplements are widely available and inexpensive: pills, capsules, chewables, liquid drops. They provide a specific measured dose, so you know exactly how much you are getting each day. This can be very helpful for people who have been diagnosed with a deficiency and need to raise their levels safely and effectively. When you look for a supplement, you'll most likely see two types: vitamin D2, vitamin D3. Most scientific evidence suggests that vitamin D3 is more effective at raising and maintaining vitamin D levels in your blood compared to D2. About 400 international units for infants, about 600 IU for most adults, and 800 IU for people over 70. However, these are just general guidelines. It's always a good idea to talk to your doctor. They can perform a simple blood test to check your vitamin D level and recommend a supplement dose that is right for you. Taking a supplement is a straightforward way to ensure you're covered. For many people, a daily supplement is the easiest way to bridge the gap between what their body makes from the sun and what they get from food. Let's wrap this all up with a simple checklist to help you keep your vitamin D levels in a healthy range. First, get sensible sun. When strong enough, use the shadow rule for short, regular exposure. Second, eat D-rich foods and read labels. Third, know your risk factors and lifestyle. Finally, talk to a professional and consider supplements. Combine sensible sun, smart food choices, and supplements as needed. Science is your guide.